there, and welcome back to my channel, Weirdly OCD. In today's video, I'm going to show you a brand new vacuum cleaner that I just recently received in the last couple of days. We're going to go over the features of it, things I like, I don't like, show you how it works, and basically give you my honest review of it. So here we go. The current vacuum that I have is a Shark vacuum, Shark brand. That's what I've been using. I've had it for about the last 5 years and ordered it through QVC. Well, unfortunately, over the last couple of months, I've noticed that after using it for about 5 or 6 minutes, the hum that the vacuum does, obviously when you have it running, turns to a higher pitched hum, and the suction on it isn't as good as it was before it changed that noise tone. So it still sucks up, but just not as good as it did before. So I thought that was probably a sign to get a new vacuum cleaner. Now, most of the time when I buy something online, I like to purchase that item based on two things. Obviously, reviews and the features that the item has to make sure that it'll actually accomplish the goals that I want it to accomplish. So I was reading reviews on several different vacuum cleaners. I know that one, I wanted to get something that was pet oriented since we do have a dog. So I was looking at different vacuum cleaners, and the vacuum that I ordered had a lot of good reviews. 4.5 to 5 stars, pretty much across the board. So I went ahead, pulled the trigger, and ordered it. So that was the Bissell Clean View Swivel Pet Vacuum Cleaner. I got this from a website called Gettington. Including the vacuum itself was about $125, and then including tax and shipping, it came to $164 and some change. So not horrible on price. And I mean, it is a Bissell, so it's a top brand. But it does have the tank where everything that you vacuum goes into. And the one thing that I did like about this vacuum that a lot of people commented actually really does work is supposedly no hair is supposed to get caught in the rollers here. And to be honest with you, no hair has gotten caught in those rollers, and I've used it about 2 or 3 times now since we've had it. So right now I'm going to actually show you the vacuum itself, show you the different attachments that come with it, kind of how it's set up, how easy it was to set up, because it really was easy. And then I'll show you some test runs on it and give you my final review. Here is the vacuum all put together, and as I just said, it was a very easy assembly to do. It literally came with 2 screws, which are for the handle back here. It was to attach this handle to the body of the vacuum, and they're here and here, just 2 Phillips screws, and that honestly was the only assembly other than putting the attachments on the vacuum that needed to be done. So we'll turn this around here, and I will show you kind of all the bells and whistles that are going on with it. Alright, so starting from the top, you've obviously got the handle for the vacuum. It's, just like a hard plastic handle. And then, as I said, you have the container where all the contents get swept up. Here's the rollers. As I said, I've used it a couple times now, and there really honestly are no hairs. Sorry, that's stuff on the outside, not the inside. No hairs have gotten tangled in these brushes. So that's a very, very nice feature. Here on the bottom is your height adjustment for how high or low you want it to the floor. I've been keeping it between a 2 and a 3. I will say if you have kind of plush carpet, I would go with a 3. Because if it's 2, it's a little hard to push on the carpet. So I kind of go back and forth between 2 on like bare floors, things like that, and then 3 on our carpet because our carpet is a little bit flush. This here is just the button to take this off so you can dump it into the trash can. Very easily, one-handed, can attach back on just like that. And then on the back, you've got your hose, which I did have to put that together. That was very simple. You just stuck this in, turned it, and it locked. And then the other end, you hook it up here. The other end comes down here and goes into here. Another feature that I do really like about this vacuum is it has a long cord. I'm not 100% sure because I don't have the stats of the vacuum like near me or anything, but I believe that the cord on this is 25 feet long, which is another reason that I really was leaning towards buying this, because it is kind of a hassle of having to go from outlet to outlet with plugging in and unplugging it. So as far as the attachments go, you have this hose here, and this is actually 2 of them in one. I'll show you. There we go. So you have a regular extension hose here that's just perfectly round, and then you have the one that was inside of it that is kind of like the crevice tool, and this just goes in here like this, and it gets stored on the back of the vacuum like that. The other 2 tools that come with this vacuum are this brush here that just gets stored on the side of it on this little holder here, which that holder was already on the vacuum. I didn't have to attach it. And then the turbo pet eraser, which is here on the front of the vacuum. Now I did think this was kind of an odd spot to put a tool on the front of the vacuum. Usually they're all on the back or the side, but you know, it is what it is. It doesn't bother me. So this you would obviously use for like your furniture, upholstery, stairs, things like that. Now I will say that the one downfall that I didn't notice online about this vacuum, but I figured maybe it just wasn't featured in the stats or whatever on it. And then I noticed it once I got it here and put together, is that there is no small handle that you can like take off the top here if you want to just vacuum steps or something simple. So if I want to vacuum like the basement steps, I literally have to take this entire vacuum and move it from step to step to step with, you know, either I could use it as the full vacuum, which I probably wouldn't because that would be very awkward and hard to maneuver on, you know, steps aren't very wide. I would have to use this, but I would have to take this hose off here and attach this tool and then vacuum the steps that way, and then just carry the entire vacuum from step to step to step. That's the one downfall that I have about this vacuum. Other than that, it works great. The suction on it is fantastic, especially since we do have a dog. Like I said, it is the swivel pet version of it. Now I just showed you a little bit of a demonstration as far as the vacuum, with it vacuuming the carpet in the hallway along with the crevice little accessory tool, the extension tool, so you can see how quickly and how accurately and how well it picks up not only general dirt and stuff, but also pet hair, since it is a pet-oriented vacuum cleaner. And then you also noticed that I showed you the bristles underneath here. I made sure to show on camera turning the vacuum off, so you can see that, like, I didn't pull hair out and then turn the vacuum on and say, hey, no hair gets stuck in the rollers. I turned it off and showed right then and there that there was no hair in the vacuum cleaner in the rollers at all. So I will give you now my final review stance on this vacuum. So pros. It definitely has fantastic suction. Now, I'm sure you could chalk that up to it's a brand new vacuum. So, of course, every brand new vacuum is going to have pretty good suction. I'm sorry. But it does. I have no complaints in that department. As I said, I love the length of the cord. As I said earlier, I believe it's 25 feet long. I could be a little bit wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure it's 25 feet is what the description said. I love that the canister, again, like most vacuums today, you just click it off with one finger like this, and you can just dump the contents in the trash, and with one hand, snap it back into place. Also, again, hair not getting caught up in the rollers, having to untangle it and pull it out and spend time doing that after each time you use it. The four accessory tools that you get with it. It is pretty lightweight. I would say it's probably no more than like 6-7 pounds. It's not a clunky vacuum cleaner. It's pretty lightweight. As I said earlier, the only downfall I feel like to this vacuum that I don't necessarily like is that there isn't like a smaller section of the vacuum, like some, where you can take this off and like do stairs or small little sections, things like that. You have to just kind of unhook this hose here and just add on whatever, accessory tool you want to use, and then put it back in so you can use the full vacuum again. That's the only downside to it that I feel so far in my uses of it that there is. So if you are interested in purchasing this vacuum cleaner, I will leave the link to this exact model in the description below. I am not sponsored by Bissell or Geddington, the website that I purchased off of. I've not been asked to talk about it or anything like that. I'm just sharing my personal experience with this vacuum, why I purchased it, what I like and what I don't like about it. Also, I believe it does come in different colors. So this is like the black and green here. I believe there was also like black and red and black and purple maybe, and like a black and gray or black and black. Also, before I forget to mention, if you do decide that you are interested in this vacuum cleaner, there is a thing on the box, since it is a pet vacuum, to where there is an activation code that you can go online, activate, and they will donate $5 to animal needs. So I thought that was kind of cool. I never seen that on a vacuum before. And the shark vacuum that I mentioned earlier that I've had, and this Bissell is replacing, it's a pet vacuum as well, but they didn't have anything like that when I purchased it, that like, a portion of the earnings from that vacuum go to animal needs or whatever. So I thought that was kind of a cool extra little unexpected bonus. But with that, that is today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. As I said, if you're interested in this vacuum, I'll have the link below directly to this specific model if you want to read up on it, its features, the reviews, things like that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please check out my Twitter at WeirdlyOCD, along with my newly created Facebook page where I'll post photos and polls and things like that on there if you want to join me over there as well. And until next time, I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.